At 13 years old and only 40 kilograms, I felt like my thighs were too big. What started as trying to get healthier later turned into binge eating, over-restricting, and feeling sick wherever I ate. Looking back, I realized a few mistakes that I was making, and if you're somebody that's struggling with food or feeling guilty whenever they eat, you might be making the same mistakes as I was. Let's get to the beginning of this problem, and these are body image issues. For example, mine started when I hit puberty and was gaining a bit of weight. Nothing excessive, I was still looking good, but I started feeling like my body just wasn't enough. So I started doing a few habits that didn't seem unhealthy at first, but in the long run hurt me the most. Mistake number one was skipping meals. This wasn't really intentional skipping meals. I was just so busy that after a long day I was lying in my bed, was supposed to sleep, and just felt hungry. And told myself that I'm not gonna eat now because I wanna sleep, but I'm not gonna do it tomorrow. We all know how this ended. I did it tomorrow and just became a routine. But the worst thing wasn't skipping the meals, it was what came after. Because when you don't eat enough, your appetite actually gets smaller because your body doesn't know when the next meal will be. And this happened to me and was very hard to fix even when I started eating actually healthy, as I had to constantly remind myself to eat. Mistake number two, restriction. Restriction on its own is not as bad, but if you combine it with not eating enough, you get a combination that leads to binge eating. And how do you feel after your binge eat session? Guilty. Feel guilty, and usually you over-restrict again to compensate, and this leads to you being stuck in a never-ending loop of restricting, binge eating, feeling guilty, and restricting again. And now, let's get to the real cause. For me, it was the fear of gaining weight. I just felt the pressure to stay the same weight, the same size. But I was a size 0, and it's not really possible to say a size 0 for the entirety of your life. Also, I was under constant stress, which was worsening my appetite issues and binge eats. And another thing that hurt me, I think the most, were comments of other people on how I look and what I eat. Because if you're listening to your family telling you that if you eat this, you will get fat, it can really mess with your head. My story might differ from yours, but usually the feelings are still the same. The lowest point in which I realized that I can't go this way anymore was just after I started being sick. I was getting constantly injured, had a sore throat every month, and my immune system was just so trash. Also, the point in which I told myself that that's not normal anymore was when I started feeling nauseous every time I ate food. And at that time, it was already too late. The damage was already done, and fixing it was really hard, as I wasn't used to eating properly and was feeling nauseous after I ate. But let's get to the main point of this video. And these are the steps that I did that actually helped me to get through my struggles. The first thing you have to do is that you have to cut out all of your bad habits that are hurting you. It can be the over-restriction, the big binges. The best thing how to manage this is by planning your meals ahead. Because if you plan your meals ahead, you always know what you will be eating. You have the first thing, and that's eating regularly. You have planned what you will eat, so you're not eating junk food, so you're not feeling as guilty. And you also know the portion, so you're less likely to binge eat. And this was really a lifesaver for me. Step number 2 is dropping that all or nothing mindset that many of us have. If you want to heal and progress, the progress won't be linear. You will slip, and it's important that after you slip, you don't follow your old tracks, but go back and learn from your mistakes. Number 3 is finding support. This might sound silly, as many of us think that we can do it on our own, but it's always better to have someone to help you through your struggles and through your bad days. And this point also includes distancing yourself from people that are telling you all of these hurtful comments. Because you can't change if there's somebody constantly sabotaging your progress. So I hope this video helped you and you will get through your struggles soon. And remember, food is something that's supposed to fuel your body, not something you have to earn.